How's it going? Hey, all right, AI. I see you want to work on finishing at the hoop. Let's get started. Let's get started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, he can ball, huh? Good shot, good shot. Set up, set up. Who's going there? I see him, I see him. That's it. Now we're rolling. Shot, shot, shot. That's all. Hey.
Playing like you got something to prove. I like it.
Hey, see you later, man.
Come on in, fellas. Hope you guys had a good break. Now it's time to work. We gotta find a way to create more scoring opportunities in transition. Today we're gonna work on being more efficient at running our fast breaks.
Focus, focus! Fuck! Hey, yo, yo, yo! Don't let him shoot that! Yo, don't forget the clock!
Just like that.
Yo, don't forget the clock! All right! Someone get on him! Hey, don't forget the clock!
Outstanding effort, gentlemen. Now let's set up the next drill.
Poetry in motion, AI.
Keep it going.
Hey, he can ball, huh?
What's up,
Great
AI?
energy in practice today, fellas. But listen, don't leave the gym without putting in some individual work, cool?
All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Who's watching it? Do it! Come inside! Hey, yo! Right here! Right here! That's all.
One more, one more.
Hey, he can ball, huh?
All right, that's good, AI. Save some of that for the game.
Hey, hit me up.
All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Screen coming! Knock it down! Get in! Who got it? Do it! Screen, screen, screen! Watch out! Good shot, good shot! Screen coming! Screen coming! No, no, no! Screen, screen, screen! Swing coming!
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Screen coming!
Hey, he can ball, huh?
That's right! Screen, screen, screen!
Poetry in motion, AI.
Who's
Keep
going
the
there?
flow going, guys. Let's go.
Hey, see you later, man.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Minneapolis, where we'll see the Timberwolves going up against the Sacramento Kings. Well, for Sacramento, they're struggling through some mid-season doldrums at this point. It's been a ragged patch of the schedule for them lately. And tonight, we'll watch De'Aaron Fox
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from downtown Minneapolis. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, Hall of Fame sideline reporter is David Aldridge, and we're happy to have with us one of the great two-way players in the history of the game, Kevin Garnett. KG, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
How's that headset feel? Feel pretty good?
Man, this is, hey, I never knew, Kel. It's a great fit, bro.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
Is this mine?
Yeah, it's yours, and you look good in it.
Thank you, bro.
It's a single-game return to Minnesota for the Timberwolves as they'll look for a boost from their hometown crowd. What a story right now for these guys, win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
And Kevin, you know, to do it this early would really show just how successful this team has been this season.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Sacramento. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley-Stein. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. And it's Barnes at the small forward position. Sacramento moving it around. Kevin, your drive and attention to detail were phenomenal. How do you deal with rookies who were largely uninformed? They were maybe not as receptive to the attention to detail that the elite like you pursue.
Well, one of the things I would do if I saw a guy who wasn't as keen to detail as I was, I would put him to the side and show him, you know, some of the things I would see. I would get, you know, some dialogue with him and what he was seeing, and then try to get him to see what I was seeing as far as the point I was making, and then, you know, challenge him a little bit to be a little more present within certain things and then apply it. I don't believe in shouting. I don't believe in embarrassing someone. I like to always, you know, grab some of the young guys because the young guys don't have all the confidence yet. So I'm trying to build confidence with the young guys.
Good point.
So
Good point.
You know, when you get them one-on-one, you're able to, you know, have an intimate conversation and they have full, you know, they're engaged, they're talking to you.
Yes.
And that's what you want. So, you know, with that, I've always found it better to go one-on-one to the side and you find it to be a lot more efficient.
A very shaky start for them. After 4 attempts, they're still trying to find the target.
AI can't hit.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Hield outside. Bagley kicks to Barnes. And the pass to Bagley. Just 5 to shoot. Over Sharch. And too long on the shot.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Hangs on the trifecta.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Timeout's called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
And let's take a look at the numbers for AI. Tops in scoring, first in three-point shooting, and such a great distributor and decision maker among the top 10 in assists per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Got a piece of it. Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. Kevin, you think about the work that goes into being an elite player. Describe that. What did you try to accomplish?
What are you going to do in these positions right here? When they trap you, how are you going to get the ball out? When you're not trapped, when you're one-on-one, what are the moves you're working on down here? Okay, on the right block. Okay, what about the left block? What about the top of the key? You get an ISO top of the key, what are you going to do? 5 seconds, what are you going to do? So you have to invest in yourself. After you get done with that, that's probably 45 minutes to an hour. You go in, you shower, you get done with that, take you behind home, sit, you rest. Now you obviously as a person, you're living as a human being, your everyday life. But yeah, it's a lot.
Sounds exhausting.
It is, but it is a cycle that you are able to create for yourself. And once you're in it, and it turns over like an everyday. You know, this is what you do every day. So like a routine. And once you get that routine, it is what it is. And I was able to keep the routine for 21 years.
Amazing.
Amazing. And then, you know what?
21 years.
21 years, I added things onto my routine, but if you ask anybody to play with me, they see my routine. I did my routine every day. Never missed a day of not doing my routine.
And here is Cauley-Stein. Following the 3 from AI. Hits it from 3-point range.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going out.
Rose dishes to AI. Pass to Towns. Now, here's AI. Covered by Heel. The offensive rebound. Wiggins lays it up off the glass. Wiggins has got his second basket of the game.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Now here's Barnes. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Fox, no good. Minnesota leading by 11. Wiggins inside the line. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Healed from outside. Rebound, Minnesota. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind them all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
AI with the bucket. KG, you had so much success as a high school player. In fact, you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated. How about that, huh? How about I can see the picture in my mind's eye right now?
That fell in my lap, man. That wasn't something that I was striving for, but who doesn't want to be on the cover of anything? And nonetheless, SI, and I was more than giddy-eyed and glitz or whatever you want to call it. Listen, very special moment for me. A lot of people don't know you have to get permission to be in certain neighborhoods, and we got permission to be in the neighborhood. We got the shooter right there in front of Farragut, which is very dear to me because of the transformation and the stuff that I have been through and where I was at. You know, I hold Farragut a very, 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 very special place in my heart. So it was important for me to have it on the cover.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. AI's got 15 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Barnes against Wiggins. Here's Bagley. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Bagley's got his first 2 points of the night.
And we saw this from Bagley in college. He has very good touch around the rim.
Rose finds Sharnich. Now Wiggins outside Rose. AI outside. Back to Rose. On deep. And no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
I mean, come on. How are you going to win on the road if you can't capitalize what's being handed right to you?
And that one's good, Barnes. And Kevin, terrific footwork. So critical for an elite big man to be great. It's like you can't be that big and that good and not have good footwork, right?
You know what? Part of being that good is that you have, good footwork.
Yes.
You know, a lot of the counters, a lot of the post work, you're opening up, you having to use the backboard. That's a certain way you got to open up to be able to get that shot off. If you're left-handed, you got to be able to do it both ways. It's very complex, but footwork is a big part of it. You have to have it. It's impeccable, and the ones that don't have it struggle.
Bagley with a wide open look, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. AI left side. There's the triple. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
We can see what their plan of attack is going to be tonight. Let the three-pointers fly. It's working so far.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Count it.
You can tell how much confidence Fox possesses. I mean, it's unreal how he nails these tough interior shots.
Here's Rose. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And you know what? You allow a guy.
So far, haven't missed any.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
A free throw off from Plumlee.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
On the court for Sacramento. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Bagley is out there with Plumlee, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. The Kings have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Bucks was tremendous. He ended up with 56 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
I mean, well, it should have taken all the energy out of him. It should have taken something out of him, Greg. I mean, he pushed the envelope in every way that night. He was unreal.
Kevin, can you be great playing NBA basketball and not love to play the game of basketball?
I think it helps, man. You know, to love something is to do it with that love, to do it with that passion, to do it with that effort. And, you know, I can remember when my grandmother would be in there cooking with my aunt, and they would be in there singing, and they'd be dancing, they'd be tasted, and there'd be mixing, great memories, and, you know, and you would come in there, and it was just a good time, and that energy and that spirit, if you will, or that vibration or whatever was in her cooking, and when you taste their food, it was magical. So I like to think that when you play or when you practice or whatever you're doing with that love and that passion, with that appetite, with that whatever's in your mind or whatever that picture is that you're chasing, you're doing it with that passion that I'm loving what I'm doing. And when you do it with that passion, it shows. It's radiant. And people see it for what it is, straight up.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The Kings trail by 20. Fox passes to Hield, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Plumlee.
Yeah, it's obvious that Hield is a talented player. Whether he takes that next leap to stardom, that's up to him.
Here's Fox. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Cauley-Stein kicks to Hield. Drills it from outside. Hield's got a pair of triples in the second now for Sacramento.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
AI outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. AI's got 23 points. Fox against Rose. Fox with it. Over in the corner, Barnes. Over Wiggins. Wiggins with some nice D. Timberwolves leading by 18. Kevin, it's not enough that you've got to manage a career which demands so much time and so much of your mental and physical being. But then managing a marriage, managing having a family while you're playing, that's a balancing act that not a lot of guys can pull off, but you have.
No, it's you have a professional life and then you have a personal life. I like to think that basketball is obviously my profession. I love to play. It has a business component to it that you got to obviously get some attention to. But then, you know, when it comes to being personal, your family, your friends, you have to separate the two. I would learn very early in my early career that never bring basketball home, leave it on the court. One of the things I struggled with was losing and being able to leave it on the court.
That would have been tough. For you in particular?
No, I'm just telling you, my first 5 or 6 years, I can honestly say, you know, I've lost relationships, and the fact that I couldn't leave certain things on the floor.
Right.
You know, I wasn't really good with that as a young man, and it cost me some cool relationships. But I like to think that I learned from that. I like to think that I've applied the things that I've learned, and I was able to separate the two, which is very important. Got to have a distinction between the two.
Minnesota making a switch here. Rose finds Towns. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 6th assist on the night.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus, right?
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, this is what smart point guards do. Fox is adept at realizing the defense's mistakes and exploiting them.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Bates Diop gets it to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Fox passes to Barnes. Cauley Stein with it. Now guarded by Towns. Now Fox. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. And Kevin, you said the league should allow every team a chance to host the All-Star game. What would they find if it went to every NBA city?
All our NBA cities are really dope cities. That's first off. And I think that we should be able to not only highlight those cities, but cities should be able to make money and bring in festivals and bring in food. And we should be able to go to OKC, if not Portland, and enjoy that city for whatever it has to offer. That's true travel, and I think that, you know, teaches us something. Oh, man, you never knew what was up in the Northwest until you get up there or wherever it is. So, you know, I would like to see it go outside of its boundaries. I would like to see the All-Star game be like overseas one time. I don't know. I know it's super expensive, but it'd be dope to have the All-Star game in London one time, right? That'd be super dope, right?
Good, yeah.
I mean, we breaking boundaries here. We're doing everything, you know. Man, maybe 2K can put it on the side.
Maybe they can.
2K
Maybe
is
they
known
can.
for, you know, being innovative and right. 2K put it on, man.
Put it on. Let's do it.
Adam will do it.
We're going.
Right.
Passport's ready.
You already know.
Here we go.
All right, universal, right. I'm waiting on 2K to put the game on Mars.
Okay.
Right. Mars version. I want to be on that. Y'all heard me say that, right?
Hield with the bucket. Hield's got 12 in the game.
I like how Hill gets solid positioning inside. Terrific score close to the basket.
Fox again throws. Pass to Towns. AI outside. Launches a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. AI's got 30 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And KG, I know you've got to run, but as always, you've always got a home here. Thanks for stopping by. And please come back.
Man, K-Hall, man, thank you. Thank 2K, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me through here, man. Anytime y'all need the guard, y'all let me know, man.
The best, Kevin Garnett. You know, Chris, is interesting. Kevin Garnett was so impactful on the court as a player. Is it possible that he could have a similar level of impact in a broadcast setting?
Well, Kevin is my boy, so I believe definitely he can do whatever he puts his mind to. You know, Kevin is a hard worker, and he knows in anything in life, you know, when you have to be a rookie, work hard, learn the game, and then do your thing. I'm sure he'll be all right.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Fox. Sacramento again missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
A nice shot by AI.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Fox kicks to Hield. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Lets it go from 14.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
AI with the bucket.
The tenacity, the attention to detail. It's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
And so it's Minnesota sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so... And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
We've got Derrick Rose. Dario Saric is out there with Wiggins. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's AI in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. NBA rosters are turning over faster, it seems, these days. Chris, how much do former teammates know about defending one another? Or is it a non-issue?
Oh, no, it's more than a non-issue, Kevin. You were right in your assumption that, listen, the former teammates, they have a little more inside information. And you know why it matters? Because every day after practice, you know, the first thing guys do after they get their water, they play one-on-one. And so you understand guys' tendencies, you learn how they get into a rhythm. We're all creatures of habit. Let's remember what Kevin Durant did. Remember how he came down on the same end of the floor in the finals and hit the same tough shot over the extended hand that he did? Well, if you notice, he did that on his crossover, that right-to-left setup. And so if you know him, you may know that he's going to do that. And also, you may know that he has a counter just in case. It allows you to keep your hand out the cookie jar, not to gamble. It gives you an educated guess on maybe what some of the greatest offensive players in the world are going to go to next to get that bucket. Any piece of information matters. And yeah, if you can practice against him, that's a good thing.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Wiggins kicks to AI. From downtown, connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Pass to Fox. Back to Hield. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. From deep three-point range, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Alec Burks checked in for Hield. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta, where they'll take on the Hawks. That's game one of a 3-game road trip. Towns dishes to AI. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Fox passes to Bagley. Here's Barnes. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Barnes has got 9.
An unselfish guy who enjoys setting his guys up. Bagley has impressive vision for a big fella.
Rose looking around. Out to AI. There's the triple. Good, that's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Burks the pass to Bagley. Fades and shoots. Here's Cauley Stein. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one is on Towns. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Robert Covington comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Teague for Derrick Rose. And a change for the Kings. Farrell's checked in. Teague bounce pass. AI kicks to Teague. Towns against Cauley Stein. And Towns gets it to go.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Barnes passes to Bagley. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Here's AI. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. For the 3. Here's Sharch. Makes it off the glass.
Kevin Sarek is such a great player on the offensive end. I mean, he's showing how determined he is to snag the second chance opportunities.
Burks finds Barnes. Shoots over Covington. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. While the Kings moving their G League affiliate from Reno to New. Here's AI. Shoots. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 7 points for Dario Saric.
Shooting while in rhythm. The work ethic Sarek has and how he prepares to fire immediately is commendable.
On the court right now for the Kings. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley Stein. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. 5 to shoot. Here's Cauley Stein, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
And this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
And it's Sacramento's ball. Now, here's Fox. Kicks to Bagley. Over Jones. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
AI outside. Fires for 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. AI's got 56 points in the game.
Look, he's driven him to this lead, and it doesn't look like he's going to ease up until the final whistle.
Barnes looking around. Chris, in football, you have a franchise tag. It allows a team to keep a superstar by delaying his free agency. Would that work in the NBA?
I'm not sure if that would work in the NBA. It would be what else would reward this player in the franchise tag? Does it allow freedom for other players to come? I think that we're going to have to address some of these issues as time goes on, especially in a place like Golden State where they have so many great players there. But one of the great things about the NBA is the freedom of movement, and I don't think that we've seen really any teams get hurt too bad by the superstar leaving if they've acknowledged he's going to leave and made a trade for him. It is when that they don't acknowledge, a la Orlando with Shaq, a la a couple of other teams, they don't acknowledge that this guy may leave, that you truly end up with nothing. So I'm not sure about that franchise tag yet, Kevin. The NBA is doing great. Players are moving around, and we're going to need some other teams to combat the dominant team overall.
Here's AI, and again for 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. And here is Mason. Barnes, right side. The pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Bagley. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off. Just couldn't knock it down.
AI outside. Good! Another from 3.
And I don't think I have ever seen a player this dialed in from deep.
Well, with that make, he's now, Greg, alone in second place for most threes in a game. You know, at this point, you have to go for the top spot, right? Cauley Stein kicks to Barnes. And AI comes to help. From deep, and it's Bagley that time on the assist by Barnes. Barnes has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Jones against Mason. AI outside. Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
You have to at least get a hand up, right? In Brewer's face from outside, he has such a quick pull-up on that perimeter, Jimmy.
Back to AI. From deep. Good! Another from three.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Barnes outside. Chris, we hear the word switchability. Popular term used these days. Talk about the importance of having guys who can defend multiple positions.
It's so important because it allows for flexibility with your matchups. You can avoid being forced into mismatches. So you definitely need players like that. However, Kev, I think that the NBA is going switchability crazy. You shouldn't switch everything. Switching on defense should only be if the coach wants to take a player out the game or if it's just needed at the last second. Usually communication is the key because there are no new plays under the sun. You see the play coming and developing it, and if you can communicate, that's usually when you don't need to switch. I think coaches have lost trust in the players' willingness to communicate, and switching has become kind of a lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. And I hope we get away from as much switching as we do because it puts guys in totally wrong positions, and if you have a smart offensive player, he'll pass his way out of that right to the guy with the mismatch.
Your take is real interesting. Takes a three. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
The Kings have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Now here's Brewer. He's guarded closely. To the paint. Hangs. Barnes can't get it to go.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
AI with the bucket.
He's taking over the game. Their lead's going to get even bigger if he keeps this up.
The Kings shooting at a decent 44% clip here.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And here's Barnes for three, and the three ball is good.
Well, that gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Jones kicks to AI. Launches a three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Passes it to Barnes. Fires from the wing. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
AI outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. No good on that one. Solid defense there from AI. So it's the Timberwolves now. Lets it go with the three. It's good from long range.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And Brewer kicks to Barnes. Offensive rebound. Cauley-Stein dishes to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving as a passer.
Pass to AI. From outside the arc. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got 7 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Barnes. Mason with it. Back to Barnes. Fires the 3. And it's AI with the rebound.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of the shooting.
Back to Jones. Now, here's AI. Covered by Brewer. AI, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way. We know that stars, especially superstars, get some level of benefit from the refs. What do you think of that? Is that good for the game?
I think the refs should always be fair. I think, yes, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt if you're James Harden and you can cross everyone over and you get 10 free throws a game. He earns those most nights. But, yeah, there's going to be some nights in which he gets a call or two here because as an offense...
Good, that's another bucket.
The good times keep rolling. Now tied for second all-time in scoring for a game.
Well, you know, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game, GA, the defense throws everything at him, but he still is scoring.
And to think when the night started that we'd see someone match Kobe's 81, his performance has been nothing short of magnificent.
And there's a minute 45. And yep, another basket.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game.
And with 81 in the rearview mirror, he only has the great Wilt Chamberlain and his 100 mark left, a record nobody thought would be touched. But this is the closest anybody has ever come. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Minnesota.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for AI.
Even when the entire defense was focused on stopping him, they couldn't slow him down. I mean, a terrific offensive player.
Pass to Mason. Three-pointer on the way. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Minnesota with it. AI outside. Takes the 3. Cauley Stein grabs the board. To the paint. Here's Barnes. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Jones against Mason. And a wide-open look for AI. Hits the three-point bomb.
I'll tell you what, with the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd, really all night.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up.
Locked and loaded. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Good shots.
Love him. Appreciate it.
Nice shot selection, for sure.
AI, you're up in the press room.
Cool, give me a sec.
AI, what would it mean to you if you won Rookie of the Year?
Man, Rookie of the Year? We gonna talk about that already?
Why not? I mean, the regular season's winding down, and you're one of the leading candidates to win the award. Surely that doesn't come as a surprise to you.
You know, I wouldn't say it's a surprise. And, you know, since you seem to want to talk about it, let's talk about it. I mean, I think the award is mine to lose. So I'm going to keep doing what I do. And yeah, I fully expect to see that trophy on my mantle by the summer.
It's a little cocky, don't you think?
No, not cocky, just confident. I've always had confidence in my game. And I think that has just showed all season. All right, thank you.
Great work up there, AI.
How's it going?
Stay focused on your workout. All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, he can blow, huh?
Rockets! Yo, shut up! That's all day!
Keep it going.
That's all you! Keep shooting it! That's all you! Keep shooting it!
Deep breaths. Keep on moving, gentlemen.
Hey, hit me up.
All right, AI. Good to see someone who values the mid-range game. Now let's see how this works.
Focus! Focus!
Hey, he can blow, huh?
Shot, shot, shot! All done! Good shot!
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
right, on to the next one.
Next time, man. Next time.
All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Focus! Focus! Ball coming! Ball coming! Ball up! Yo!
Let's go! Poetry in motion, AI. Poetry in motion, AI. And we are done.
Hey, I'll see you later.